Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, let's make a very popular Puerto Rican rice dish called Arroz con Pollo. Now, you've probably heard of this recipe before, and it's not only popular in Puerto Rico, it has its own variations all over Latin America and many places around the world. But let me show you how I make my Puerto Rican version of Arroz con Pollo. So let's get into it. So to start off this arroz con pollo, I have here about 2.5 pounds of some chicken. I have a mixture of chicken drumsticks and a bit of chicken breast, but you can use any cut of chicken you like. Now, my chicken was already seasoned. I had it seasoned in the freezer and I thawed it in my fridge overnight, but I want to show you the seasonings that I used to season this chicken. So I've showed you in previous videos before this Lawry's Casero Total Seasoning. It is my favorite. I simply just eyeballed a little bit of this. I added about 2 teaspoons of some homemade sofrito and the juice of half of a lime, and I was good to go. You don't have to overthink it, just a little bit of all-purpose seasoning is honestly enough. All right, now it's time to cook up my chicken. That's the very first thing that we're gonna do. So I have here a large caldero and I'm going to add enough oil to cover the bottom of my caldero. This is about 3 tablespoons or so. And now I'm simply gonna add my chicken, and just a note, my heat is set to medium-high heat. I have an electric stove, so that's about 5.5 or 6 for me. So I am going to add all of my chicken at the same time. I'm going to cook my chicken all the way through. In the beginning of the cooking process, since the chicken is so close together, it's going to create steam. That's a good thing because that's going to help cook our chicken faster. And now that I have all of my chicken in my caldero, I'm going to continue letting it cook over medium-high heat with the lid on. So about 10 minutes have passed and I'm going to flip my chicken over, and as you can see, my chicken is browning very nicely. And that's the method of cooking that I'm using for this chicken. I am browning the chicken. I'm not frying it, I'm not boiling it, which you can probably do both, probably boiling preferably, but I like to brown it because I feel like it gives the chicken the best flavor, and I want the best flavor for this rice. So now that the juices of my chicken has mostly evaporated, I'm going to set my heat to low heat, and I'm going to continue cooking this chicken on low heat with the lid on for an additional 15 minutes until my chicken is fully cooked through. If you find that the bottom of your pan is burning a little bit, you can add about a tablespoon or 2 of water. And after about 15 minutes later, my chicken is completely cooked through. If yours is not fully cooked through at this point, it's okay. Add like a tablespoon of water and let it continue cooking covered on low heat until it's fully cooked through. No big deal. But now that my chicken is cooked, I'm going to transfer it over to a clean bowl and I'm going to debone my chicken. All right, now it's time to debone my chicken. And I do want to note that at this point, my caldero is turned off because I do not want any of the chicken drippings to burn. But to debone my chicken, I'm simply going to use a steak knife and I'm going to carve out the meat as best as I can. And in that little white bowl at the bottom corner, I am using it to place all of the bits and pieces that I'm not going to use in my arroz con pollo. Things such as the bone, any little like chicken tendon bits, and also the chicken skin. I'm not going to use that either. So once my chicken has been shredded, I have turned on my caldero a second time. It is turned on at medium-high heat. So I have here about 1 ounce of some beef summer sausage, but you can also use an ounce of bacon, you can use an ounce of diced cooking ham, or even an ounce of some salchichon, which is pork-based. What this meat is going to do is going to help just enhance the flavor of our rice. All right, so my sausage is nice and brown, and I'm gonna add the rest of my ingredients, and this is going to serve as the base for our arroz con pollo. Gonna add half a cup of some chopped white onion, And I'm going to saute that for about 2 minutes until my onion is nice and translucent, which will take no time at all because this oil is pretty hot. Remember, at this point, we are cooking everything over medium-high heat. So I have an electric stove. That's about the number 6 for me. Now I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of my fresh homemade sofrito. And by the way, I do have 2 videos on my channel on how I make my sofrito. I have one video that's an authentic sofrito version, and another video is a basic and practical version. And if you didn't know, the word sofrito is a play on the Spanish word sofreír, which means to saute, because that's exactly what I'm doing with this. I am sauteing it. All right, and after a few seconds, I'm gonna add 2 smashed garlic cloves. And by the way, I am working pretty quickly and I am constantly stirring everything because I don't want anything to burn. I was really struggling with that little bit of garlic on the spoon. And now I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of tomato sauce. I'm not finished adding the rest of my ingredients, nor the chicken or the rice, and it already looks and it smells so good. So I'm gonna add now about 2 tablespoons of some chopped pimientos. And a couple of olives. A little bit of ground oregano, about 1/4 teaspoon. Some ground black pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon. And then 1.5 packets of some Goya Sazón. And this amount is more than enough. Now I'm gonna add a bit of salt. I'm just gonna add about 1 teaspoon of salt. Remember that the Goya Sazón already has salt in it. On top of that, I seasoned my chicken, and I'm gonna add another ingredient that also contains salt. So 1 teaspoon is more than enough. But of course, check for taste. Now I'm gonna add 1 chicken bouillon, and I'm simply going to crush that with my hand and throw that in there. And working quickly, I'm going to stir this around, and I'm working quickly because I don't want any of my ingredients to dry out. That looks perfect. All right, now I'm gonna add my rice, and I'm adding 3.5 cups of long grain rice. I find that long grain rice is the perfect length of rice for this dish. And apart from that, long grain rice is very easy to find compared to medium grain rice. So I'm simply going to stir my rice around in my ingredients, and this may seem a little odd to you if you're used to seeing the water added first and then the rice, but not me. I like to add my rice first and then the water because the rice just absorbs all of those flavors from all of the spices and the herbs, and it just comes out a lot better. On top of that, I can then eyeball how much water I add, and I can be sure to not add too much water. And after about 10 or 15 seconds of me stirring my rice, I'm gonna add my shredded chicken. And I'm gonna mix that up really well. All right, now I'm going to add my water, and I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time. So with arroz con pollo, it can be pretty tricky because you're gonna be tempted to add more water than necessary because of the chunky pieces of the chicken, but you're only adding water according to how much rice you're putting in. So forget about the chicken and the sausage and any other chunky bits. Only focus on the water to rice ratio. So I'm adding a little bit at a time, and each time I add water, I stir it with my spoon to get a good feel of it. It should feel like a chunky soup. So remember, I added 3.5 cups of rice, and I only added 3 cups of water. That was more than enough. If you're using a medium grain rice, you're gonna need to add less, probably about 2.5 cups of water. And remember, the oil that we added to our rice also counts as liquid. So 3 cups of water per 3.5 cups of long grain rice should be good. But of course, you get a feel of it yourself. You may have to add a little less water or maybe a little more. It just depends on your arroz con pollo. So how much chicken you added is also a factor. You'll get a feel of it. And last but not least, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf, and I'm gonna allow my rice to come to a nice simmer over this medium-high heat. And once my rice has come to a nice simmer, I'm going to cover my rice and I'm going to set my heat to medium. And after about 10 minutes, about 80% of my liquid has evaporated. So this is perfect. At this point, your rice should not be fully cooked. You're gonna have a combination of some cooked pieces and some uncooked pieces. This is what we're looking for. So I'm simply just gonna stir everything around really, really well. And I like to bring everything kind of to the middle because I don't want the rice to stick to the sides of the pan. And after I stir everything around really well, I'm going to set my heat to low heat, and I'm going to cover my pot, and I'm gonna let it continue cooking until my rice is fully cooked through. I'll probably uncover it like once to stir it around, and that's it. All right, so it took me 20 minutes from the time that I covered my pot and until now for my rice to be completely done, and it came out amazing. It came out so good. I'm so proud of this recipe. And what's funny is this is actually the very first time that I made an arroz con pollo like this. So I've made one in the past, but it was very basic. But this is my first time making a very traditional and authentic arroz con pollo, and I feel really proud of it. So yeah, so I'm gonna stir everything around really well. But again, it came out really good. It's not mushy, it's not dry. I like my rice to be pretty moist, so you are gonna see a bit of it sticking together, but it's not mushy by any means, and you will know when you make it. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to try this recipe. And that is all for today's arroz con pollo video. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I come out with a new video every week, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of when a new video is out. Also, do not forget to like this video. It helps my channel a ton, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.